So we're going to see what she said. Harris calls quote unquote hateful rhetoric surrounding Springfield a crying shame. Now, I wonder if she talked about what she plans on doing if she wins. We can make our own judgments about what's going on in Springfield. What are you going to do if you win the election?
It's a crying shame. I mean, my heart breaks for this community. You know, there were children, elementary school children, who it was school photo day. You remember what that's like? Going to school on picture day? Who were dressed up in their best, got all ready, knew what they were going to wear the night before, and had to be evacuated. Children. A whole community put in fear.
So I think what's interesting about this is that the way that she's discussing it as if the community was just put into fear because of the bomb threats. But she's not addressing the fear that community had as a result of the population changes from the migrant influx that she's directly responsible for. So as it applies to Kamala Harris, we can only acknowledge fear when it's fear that's not caused by some actions that she did or didn't do. That's interesting.
And I'll say a couple things about it. One, you know, I learned a long time ago in my career.
Uh-oh. I guess the video just got tired of her. I guess the video just got tired of her. All right, hold on real quick, guys. Here we go. It's back. Let's see, hold on. Let's try it again.
It's a crying shame. I mean, my heart breaks for this community. You know, there were children, elementary school children.
Now, here goes the thing. She says that her heart breaks for this community, but her policies are the reason why the community is in the situation that it's in. Would you guys agree? If you guys would agree that it's almost directly her fault why the community is in the situation that it's in, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree and you don't think that that's why the community is in the shape that it's in, give me a thumbs down. She's directly responsible. What's she talking about? Somebody make it make sense. How do you make this make sense?
It was school photo day. You remember what that's like? Going to school on picture day? Who were dressed up in their best, got all ready, knew what they were going to wear the night before, and had to be evacuated. Children. A whole community put in fear. And I'll say a couple things about it. One, you know, I learned a long time ago in my career, having a background as a prosecutor. When you have these positions, when you have that kind of microphone in front of you, you really ought to understand at a very deep level how much your words have meaning. I learned at a very young stage in my career that the meaning of my words could impact whether somebody was free or in prison.
So now, knowing how much energy she puts into her words and knowing how she places such importance on her words, when she said she's not going to do anything specifically for Black people, no, we should assume that she put all of the energy and all of the knowledge and skill and life experience that she's talking about here into that phraseology, right? We should make that assumption because she's saying that that's how she deals with her words, right? If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down.
As Attorney General, I was of California, 5th largest economy in the world. I was acutely aware that my words could move markets. When you are bestowed with a microphone that is that big, there is a profound responsibility that comes with that. That is an extension of what should not be lost in this moment, this concept of the public trust.
Okay, so there's that. All right, so let me pause that real quick. All right, and so it says, Harris calls hateful rhetoric surrounding Springfield a crying shame. Kind of like her vice presidency, right? Let's see how long this is. Yeah, it's not that long. Vice President Harris called the hateful rhetoric around Haitian migrants in Springfield, Ohio, a crying shame, and said Tuesday that her quote-unquote heart aches over the threat of violence in the city. Now, I think that it's interesting that her heart doesn't ache over the strain of what's going on to the city. It's a crying shame, literally, what's happening to those families, those children in that community, Harris said in an interview with the National Association of Black Journalists in Philadelphia. She added that former President Trump and his running mate, Senator J.D. Vance, are leaning into quote-unquote racist tropes after amplifying false claims that migrants were abducting and eating pets, despite the local police department repeatedly saying no such claims had merit. And we'll be going into some of the details about that stuff in the stream that's going to go down a little bit later on, okay? When you are bestowed with a microphone that is that big, there is a profound responsibility that comes from that, Harris said. It means that you have been invested with the trust to be responsible in the way you use your words, much less how you conduct yourself, and especially when you have been and then seek again to be the president of the United States of America. On September 9th, Vance posted on social media that quote unquote Haitian immigrants were eating people's pets around the city. Then during last week's presidential debate, Trump repeated the claims while answering a question related to the border. Though city officials have dismissed the claims, schools as well as City Hall have faced more than 30 bomb threats since Springfield has been thrust into the national spotlight. All right. So we'll be talking about those bomb threats a little later on as well. All right. And shout out to everybody that's watching. I appreciate you guys. We got 21 people watching. If everybody could take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please take a moment, hit that bell, and also please share the stream to your social media. We got 21 people watching and we got 33. We need 12 more people watching to get to the 1-to-1, and let's try to get the likes to about 50. All right. After multiple school evacuations, authorities will now conduct daily sweeps of schools. You say you care about law enforcement resources are being put into this because of these serious threats that are being issued against a community that is living a productive, good life before this happened and spewing lies that are grounded in tropes that are age old, Harris said. I know that people are deeply troubled by what is happening to that community in Springfield, Ohio, and it's got to stop. And we've got to say that you cannot be entrusted with standing behind the seal of the President of the United States of America, engaging in hateful rhetoric that, as usual, is designed to divide us as a country, she added. All right. So what I find interesting, and we'll look at this because we're going to actually watch this. All right. If you guys are interested in doing a reaction to this actual interview, give me a thumbs up. Shout out to the people that watch on the replay, gang. Also type in if you guys want to see a reaction to it. We will probably react to this. And I'm curious if she addressed any concerns about Trinde Argua. Shout out to Coco Tinkerbell. Coco Tinkerbell says, that's the thing about it. They're not eating them. They are doing rituals with the animals. Prove me wrong. I'd like some evidence that they are. So if you got some, if you hit the Discord link, join it and send it to me. Join the Discord and send it to me so I could show some video of it or do a live stream about it. I haven't come across anything. I've come across only a woman in Canton, Ohio, who actually ate a cat who wasn't Haitian. And then there's the original rumor that was made up by a woman named Erica Lee. It just exploded. Springfield woman claims she never meant to spark false rumors about Haitians. The woman behind an early Facebook post that helped spark baseless rumors about Haitians eating pets told NBC News that she feels for the immigrant community. Now, she says that she feels for him, but she started the rumors. The woman behind an early Facebook post spreading harmful and baseless claims about Haitian immigrants eating local pets that helped thrust a small Ohio city into the national spotlight says she had no firsthand knowledge of any such incident and is now filled with regret and fear as a result of the ensuing fallout. And a lot of these people, it seems like a lot of them are dealing with those feelings. That young man who was at the city council meeting, Anthony Harris, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's his name. We saw him walk back some of the things that he said. It exploded into something I didn't mean to happen. Erica Lee, a Springfield resident, told NBC News on Friday. Lee recently posted on Facebook about a neighbor's cat that went missing, adding that the neighbor told Lee she thought that the cat was the victim of an attack by her Haitian neighbors. Now, where she got the evidence from this at has yet to come up. NewsGuard, a media watchdog that monitors for misinformation online, found that Lee had been among the first people to publish a post. All right, so she was among the first people to publish a post on social media about the rumor, screenshots of which circulated online. The neighbor, Kimberly Newton, said she heard about the attack from a third party. So again, this is the problem with hearsay. This is the problem with hearsay. Newton told NewsGuard that Lee's Facebook post misstated her story and that the owner of the missing cats was an acquaintance of a friend rather than her daughter's friend. Newton could not be reached for a comment. Lee said she had no idea the post would become a part of a rumor mill that would spiral into the national consciousness. She has since deleted the Facebook post. Now, I don't know why people do this, and I don't know why they delete the Facebook post when this kind of stuff happens, because people will still be able to find your account. So I don't understand what's the point. If you don't delete your whole account, why would you just delete the post? They still know who did it. They got all these articles out here. They can't run from it. And I mean, if you actually believe it, I mean, if I posted something and it was controversial and, people was quoting my Facebook account and people was blowing my stuff up or whatever, I'd be like, yeah, I mean, what are you going to do about it? Keep sending notifications to my phone, posting stuff on the comment section. I mean, that's fine. But I mean, this is what I saw. This is what I feel. I'm not going to make the post disappear because people don't like what I said. If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. Other posts have also contributed to the false allegations, including a photo of a man holding a dead goose that was taken in Columbus, but was spread by some online as quote unquote evidence of the claims about Springfield. Graphic video of a woman who allegedly deleted and tried to eat a cat was also found to have not originated in Springfield, but in Canton, Ohio, and does not have any connection to the Haitian community. Now, here's my question, right? Again, if there is evidence of this stuff, I got no problem with posting it. Where's the evidence at? I've played the 911 calls that have all come out. And mind you, when it comes to this channel, shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen had dropped a link to the story about the TikTok influencer. That was a story that I've been following, right? But aside from this, I find all my own information. I don't really get many submissions in my Discord about this type of content. There's people in here. Shout out to Tedra. Shout out to Patrick. Shout out to Katsy. Shout out to DC Precise. Most of the people, Black Freethinker, most of the people that are in here, Jay Bird, are in the Discord. And they can attest that, yeah, not a lot of submissions come in about this type of content. So, again, plenty of evidence about Trende Argua, right? He worked for the city. He was removing roadkill. Plenty of evidence about Tren de Aragua. Plenty of evidence about MS-13. There was a Haitian who I did a story on a long time ago before anybody cared about the Haitian immigrants. That was that individual who violated the child that they talked about in that short video from Fox. I need evidence of this stuff. JD Vance and Trump look crazy right now. They look crazy right now. The only reason I'll ever look crazy is if people just want to believe I'm crazy and they go around repeating something because they can't make what they want to happen happen. Aside from that, I'm not going to put myself in a situation where I look crazy because people want to hear certain things. I'm not going to do that. I will never do that. You know what I'm saying? That causes harm. Let me ask you guys this question. Have JD Vance and Trump advanced the conversation about the migrant crisis, or have they deteriorated it? How does it help? Everybody thinks that Trump is going to do these mass deportations. How does it help him making it look like he needs to be in a straitjacket so people will see these crazy clips and they say this dude's crazy and then decide to vote for Kamala Harris? It's emotionalism. I don't operate on emotionalism. I operate on facts, evidence, and data. So if there's facts that support something, I'll be more than happy to present the facts. But as of right now, there's been no presentation of facts. And that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says local police and city officials have repeatedly said there is no evidence of such crimes in Springfield. But again, like I said, referencing the situation that took place in Colorado, just because the local officials say something doesn't mean that it's true or accurate. So you got to take that into consideration. But that hasn't stopped the lies from spreading across the country and igniting a national frenzy that has landed on the presidential debate stage this week. Former President Donald Trump and his running mate, Ohio Senator JD Vance, who was born less than an hour away from Springfield, have repeated the baseless allegations. Lee said she never imagined her post would become fodder for conspiracy theories and hate. I'm not a R word, she said through heavy emotion. So again, I don't understand. Why is it, again, they say that we're so race obsessed, but literally the first thing that they say in response to anything is, I'm not a racist. Let me ask you guys this question. When something is of a topic of debate and the first thing that somebody says is, I'm not a racist, doesn't that seem like guilt talking? I don't think anybody said that any of these people was racist. But they're all like, well, I didn't say that I'm racist. Oh, I mean, you're not talking about a race. You're talking about an ethnicity of people. You're talking about Haitians. Haitian isn't a race, right? So why are you saying you're not racist? Would you guys agree? When is the last time Haitian was a race? So again, it's the very people that attempt to always say that we're race obsessed who lead with, I'm not racist. Just say what you got to say and call it a day. So then here we go. It's got to be related to family, friends, and intimacy, adding that her daughter is quote unquote half black and she herself is a mixed race and member of the LGBTQ community. And again, none of that matters. Is that some type of disqualifier? We just did a video where we looked at Sneeko, you know what I'm saying, doing the 1408. Look at Myron Gaines. Myron Gaines just recently posted a tweet where he's talking about the mustache guy. So, I mean, again, let me even just ask you this. Does your skin color disqualify you from being a WS? No. I don't understand why people think that that's attached to their skin. It's an ideology. I don't understand these kind of rebuttals. They don't make any sense. Now, what's interesting about it is that, a bunch of people will try to downplay it and like laugh it out of the room, but it doesn't make any sense. It makes absolutely no sense. Shout out to Tedra. Tedra said, has Roland Martin said anything about this? I don't think so. He might have. So now she says everybody seems to be turning it into that, and that was not my intent. I didn't even know who this lady was. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says the anti-immigrant fervor in Springfield led to school and municipal building closures on Thursday and Friday after city officials received bomb threats. Lee said she pulled her daughter out of school and is now worried about her safety with so much attention on her family. She is also concerned for the safety of the Haitian community, which she said she did not intend to villainize en masse. That's the same thing as pointing a pistol at somebody's head and saying, oh, my bad, I didn't mean to shoot you. I feel for the Haitian community. Feel what? She said, if I was in the Haitians' position, I'd be terrified too. Worried that someone is going to come after me because they think I'm hurting something they love. And that, again, that's not what I was trying to do. Immigrant advocacy groups have said that these kind of claims can be dangerous. And again, when they say these type of claims, the claims is not based in anything. There's plenty of claims that they could make, like the 8 to 10 car accidents that they have a day, and people not getting prosecuted because of the vehicular homicide. But the thing is that these people want to carry a particular narrative, and that's what they're bending and breaking on. So they got to do what they do. They got to see to their own fate. You know what I'm saying? If you want to die on a hill of mis or disinformation and not deal with the information that's actually there, that's on you. That's your choice. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says the Haitian American community in Springfield, Ohio, and around the country is feeling targeted and unsafe because of dehumanizing, debunked racist conspiracy theories are being advanced at the highest levels of American politics and are still being repeated. Vanessa Cardin's executive director of America's Voice, a nonprofit for advocates for immigration reform, said in an email. One thing that I see that I find interesting about this particular situation is that the Haitians are not comparing quote unquote rhetoric against them to how rhetoric against people that are bluish get dealt with. And they're also not comparing it to how the AAPI community got dealt with, because all you had to do was, you know what I'm saying, like say something in regards to C-19 in the AAPI community and they got a hate crime bill, but the Haitians, they're not really trying to rebuttal in that way. You know what I'm saying? So it's just interesting, Now check this out. It says the false claim that black immigrants are violently attacking American families and stealing and eating their pets is a powerful old racist trope that puts a target on people's back and is turbocharged in the era of MAGA, when political violence has become commonplace, which I don't know if that's necessarily true or not. And we have already witnessed violent incidents incited by such rhetoric. And the claim isn't that black immigrants are violently attacking American families by eating and stealing their pets. That's not the claim. The claim is that a population of Haitian immigrants in Springfield have become associated with some odd occurrences that people have made claims of here and there. Let me ask you guys, who's heard any talk of quote unquote black immigrants? There's a difference between black immigrants and Haitians, right? Haitians are Haitian immigrants. Black immigrants are any black immigrant coming from anywhere. Those are two different things. Now, the Haitians can be a part of that black immigrant group, but those are two different things. Black immigrants can come from anywhere. There can be black immigrants from South America, black immigrants from Africa, black immigrants from the UK, black immigrants from Australia, black immigrants anywhere. Nobody made the claim that black immigrants are doing that. The claim was made specifically about Haitians in a specific area of Springfield, Ohio. So what the media is doing is the media is trying to get everybody involved in this and say like, see, look, look. So again, pay very close attention to that. And again, listen, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. You know what I'm saying? As far as that go, I've never been fearful of white people having a problem with black people. I could care less. If you got a problem, stay out of my face and we'll be fine. It's just that simple. Get in my face and a lot of problems just opened up for you. That's the way that I feel. You know what I'm saying? It's not that difficult. I don't care about any of this type of rhetoric. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about people having racist tropes. FAFO. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says, Lee said that there are very real problems related to Springfield's population boom that caught the struggling city off guard. Springfield was not prepared to address the housing, healthcare, and other service needs that came with the sudden increase of new residents over the last 5 years when Haitians arrived. So again, you got to ask the question, they've been dealing with this for the last 5 years. Why is it just now coming to the surface now? Shout out to DSA. What's good with it? Why is it just coming to the surface now? How many of you all heard about this within the last 5 years? And if this was in the last 5 years, that would mean that this started in the last year of Trump's presidency, right? I'm just saying. Many of them with protected status under the federal law. But the problem is back then, they weren't under protected status, more than likely. Still, she never imagined that her Facebook post would set off a national news cycle. I didn't think it would ever get past Springfield, she said. Well, the internet is global. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I don't know why people don't think that the internet is global. And again, like, who's supposed to, you know what I'm saying? Like, who's supposed to feel, I mean, like, who's supposed to feel bad for you? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand that. Now, Patrick was asking about the man holding the goose. For one, that wasn't even in Springfield. Wasn't even in Springfield. Now, we're going to listen to this call right here, right? Because there's been calls, 911 calls, saying that somebody was holding geese and snatching geese. Now, again, have anybody ever tried to snatch some geese up? Hey, if you did it, good for you. But it's not like you're just gonna snatch some geese up and they're just not gonna do anything. For one, the one geese that you snatch up is gonna be attacking you, and the other ones that's around it, because they always roll in packs, they're gonna be attacking you too. But okay.
Clark County Communications.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I got a question. This is a non-emergency line, correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I'm sitting here. I'm riding on the trail going to my orientation for my job today, and I see a group of Haitian people. There was about 4 of them. They all had geese in their hand. They got away. I couldn't make out the first 3 of the license plate, but I got the numbers.
All right, so there's that. What about a description of the car? Color, make, model, year? You know what I'm saying? The viral picture of a man holding 2 geese on an Ohio street being used to fuel claims that migrants have been gobbling up pets was nothing more than a wild goose chase, according to a report. The anonymous man who was snapped carrying the bodies of 2 birds earlier this week was removing them from the street after they were hit by a car. The Ohio Division of Wildlife confirmed to TMZ. There is no evidence he was taking them home to eat or that he is a migrant, the agency said. The incident happened in Columbus, more than 45 miles away from the city of Springfield, where Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump claimed migrants were gobbling up wildlife and pets. The viral snapshot was originally shared on the Columbus subreddit in July and shows a man walking down a suburban street holding a goose. Weeks later, a Springfield resident called a 911 to report spotting 4 Haitian migrants snatching geese near a city park. Now, here go my question. You guys heard that 911 call. There was no description of the people, what they look like. I mean, Haitian, but I mean, I don't like, I could tell, okay, so like this person is Haitian. So tell me what I'm thinking if I'm thinking of a Haitian person. You know what I'm saying? I mean, where's the description? The person was 6 feet tall. You know what I'm saying? They had on a blue baseball hat. like we was talking about yesterday, pleated khakis, church shoes or whatever. Like there's no description. And then they didn't give a description of the car neither. I can give you I can give you the numbers, but I can't give you the letters. What about the color of the car? What about the make? Was it an SUV? Was it a truck? Was it a compact car? I mean, where's the description at? And I mean, and another thing is like this is basic stuff. Like I've never been a dispatcher in my life, but this is just basic stuff. So when people are hearing these stories, why aren't they asking basic questions? The reason that they're not asking basic questions is because they have an issue and they want to hear these things, not because they care about the migrant crisis, but because a lot of people actually hate these people. I'm not invested in hating those people. You know what I'm saying? I'm invested in the migrant crisis, and I'm invested in the clarity of information. And anybody who is invested in hatred, you can never try to shame anybody else for being emotional ever again, because hatred is an emotion that is driving you, which is why people are wanting to do illogical things like go ahead and run with debunked stories so that you can damage your credibility. People who don't operate based on emotionalism in most cases use logic and act based on information of facts and data that they find. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. So now here it says Trump referenced the incident at a rally in Arizona earlier this week to bolster claims that illegal immigrants are chowing down pets. A recording of 911 calls shows residents are reporting that the migrants are walking off with the town's geese, Trump told the crowd. Now, even in that 911 call that we just listened to, it didn't say that they were eating geese. It said that they had geese in their hand. But again, they didn't give any description. Let me ask you guys, how many of y'all have ever heard a 911 call? You guys ever heard any other 911 calls before? If you watch like body cam footage, or if you watch like some live streams where they have like a dispatcher or something like that, a lot of times they're patched into the 911 line and they can get the 911 live feed dispatch. Did that sound like, now mind you, this was non-emergency, right? It was non-emergency, but did that sound like and since it was non-emergency, it should have really been a lot more clear than an emergency 911 call. I would expect a more clear and thorough description and account of what was going on a relaxed non-emergency 911 than I would in a emergency situation. Oh, this person just cut their wrist and it's just spewing blood all over the place. Hurry up and get here. You know what I'm saying? So again, you got to ask yourself too, how much are people who are accepting the misinformation contributing to the festering and the spread of misinformation? It's not just the people that are making the stories up. It's also the people that are taking it in, knowing that it's nonsense, not fact checking it and pushing it simply because they want to, because for some reason, you know what I'm saying? Getting off on that emotionalism of satisfying that hatred need. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says they're taking the geese. You know where the geese are in the park. Now, again, there's a video on YouTube where there was a guy who is from Springfield, Ohio, and he said that a lot of the claims as far as the geese and stuff like that at these parks is true. And he said that the number of geese and all that is decreased a lot. Now, here's the thing, right? I don't have any reason to believe that that individual there that made that video is lying, because in the two videos that he made, for the most part, he made very clear to say that the story from Canton and the story from that picture are fake. So he made clear distinctions of what's fake versus what's not. And then he talked about what most people aren't talking about. So initially, from him separating the fact from the fiction, I tend to believe that he might be onto something that he's saying, and it just might not be reported yet, or people don't know about it, or what. You know what I'm saying? So now here, and then again, and even walking off with their pets. So it's just, I would like to see some Ring camera footage or a cell phone video or a police report. And again, I don't have no issue if we see one. I'll be more than happy to talk about it, because that's what we need to substantiate this stuff. But I don't in any situation, I don't go off of hearsay. It doesn't matter what the situation is. You know, people can say what they want to. Oh, you caping for migrants? No, because if this was anything else, if I didn't see it with my own two eyes, I wouldn't believe it. But you know, whatever makes you feel good, because that's what this is about, right? Making people feel good. You know what I'm saying? But the fact of the matter is I need some facts, data, and hardcore evidence before I do anything. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says local authorities have repeatedly debunked rumors, contending there's been no credible reports of pets being stolen and being eaten. Trump discussed the controversial allegations during his Tuesday debate against Vice President Kamala Harris. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of people that live there, Trump told the crowd. And he told it to them just like this.
They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats, eat the cat, eat the cat. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats, eat the cat, eat the cat. They're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs, eat the cat, eat the cat, eat the cat. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats, eat the cat, eat the cat. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats, eat the cat, eat the cat.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, they saying that, you know what I'm saying? But you know what ends up happening is that a lot of these people that keep making these claims, they just the claims just keep getting shot down, and people just keep purposely ignoring the shooting down of these claims, which is also kind of a weird phenomenon. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They got articles about this stuff everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Here's an article from Watchdog. We'll get into this article not in the next stream, but in another stream. Triple hearsay. Original sources of the claim that Haitians eat pets in Ohio admit no firsthand knowledge. It's hearsay. If this was hearsay in any other situation, everybody would be like, it's hearsay.